Hello everyone. Today our managerial topic is how do you work with your team to assist them to improve their performance. We often hear about people having a performance appraisal. In my experience, these evokes fear, discomfort, or even the notion of we suggest that you add value somewhere else because you are not adding value here. Performance appraisal should be about improving performance and be for the benefit of the individual. It should never be about putting someone down or rubbing their nose in areas where they may have done better. In my experience, these necessary procedures should be called how to be better at what you do. Consequently, a number of strategies should be employed when assisting your people to grow and improve to work they are doing. It might help to consider that you are always working to assist improvement and that you just do this often and formally with feedback then more frequently and a little more formally assessment and then with a more structured formal event review. These three methods that can be used to assist your people in their performance. So let's tease out some more details. Feedback. Feedback should be provided regularly and formally. By often, we mean several times per week or in the early stages, a couple of times per day. Try and ensure it is provided in the first person with many T or many messages. An example of this may be when I was stuck for the best response to make to a difficult patient. I used to restate what I perceived them as saying. It is never good when you hear you should have done. Providing an observation is a good way to minimize the reactions and will often produce a quick dialogue. Ideally, these observations should be factual and objective, not judgmental. Once again, an example I have noticed that when you take a client from the waiting room, that eye contact is not being made and a smile will help to create instant rapport. Try and invite a response as this may remove any unwanted overreactions and build positive communication. Always start with a positive comment. We say that even if the only things you can come up with is I like your shirt dress today, then that is a good start. Then assessment. Making an assessment of progress is a more formal activity and should be done with some but short notice. This sort of activity may be used weekly or every couple of days at commencement and will involve sitting down out of earshot of others and when both parties have the time to be productive. Time allowed for such activity should be around 15 minutes. Similar types of approach to feedback as mentioned above, but the following factors make the interactions more structured. Provide objective and non judgmental feedback and invite a response. Impart details regarding why an action is appropriate, inappropriate. Maybe it is a good idea to go out of the room while the gets dressed. Offer suggestions or provide directions or alternative actions if required. Provide resources to assist behavior. An article about a topic like empathetic listening, the leading or the reading of the resource prepares the person for the meeting. Provide personal demonstrations of desired action. Role play. We cannot urge you enough to use this activity as a learning tool. In this way, you can help your personnel to see a situation from another point of view. Quarterly or annually review. This type of activity is sometimes that is formal, structured, has preparations required by both parties and done at distinct and scheduled times in advance. We suggest annually when a detailed plan is prepared and hopefully able to be measured against some KPI that were set at the time the person was engaged to work. Hopefully, such KPIs will be a mixture of qualitative and quantitative. People can be very poor at setting objectives and need much assistance setting MART objectives when someone starts work that they create and own will assist with the review when it happens. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. See what difference you can make in your team by following some of the simple advice outlined above and have a good luck. Now, the ability to bring out the best in yourself and others is essential to being a leader who cultivates high performing teams. Organizations have increasingly shifted from hierarchical team to team based structures to be more aligned and efficient among those undergoing such transitions. Now, in keeping with this trend, there is a growing need for leaders and managers who can foster cross functional collaborations within their organizations and guide colleagues through complex business challenges. If you want to enable your employees to unleash their potential and help your organization succeed, there are 10 ways to boost your team's performance. How to become a more effective leader? Explore the difference between leadership and management, the qualities and skills that characterize an effective leader, and how you can unleash the potential in yourself and others. How to improve team performance? Delegate. To cultivate an effective team, you should know how to delegate. By entrusting team members with key projects and responsibilities, you can make them feel more engaged and valued. When delegating, play to your employees' strengths and ensure they have the knowledge and resources to complete their assigned task. Be willing to be them fall to coming up short on a project or initiative could serve as a valuable learning experience that spurs continued growth and development. Now, my second point is make decision together. Inviting team members to participate in the decision making process can lead to innovate solutions you may not have devised yourself. One of team decision making's primary benefits is that it invites constructive conflict in which individuals bring different viewpoints to the group and challenge preconceived noticed or preconceived notions. By encouraging debate and considering diverse perspective, you can stimulate more creative problem solving, help your team make better decision, and ensure you are all striving toward a common goal. Don't micromanage. One of the top mistake new and experienced manager make is focusing too much on minute details and micromanaging employees. Research shows micromanagement is one of the main reason employees resign, and it can fuel low morale, high turnover, decreased productivity. To avoid micromanaging, let go of perfectionism and empower your employees to experiment with approaches to completing tasks. By doing so, you can carve out more time to focus on larger organizational objectives and instill a deep sense of trust among your team members. How to avoid micromanaging your team? Communi- Communicate effectively. Communication is paramount to team performance. Poor communication can lead to a range of negative outcomes, such as a delay or failure to complete projects, greater stress levels, lost sales. When communicating with your employees, be empathetic and actively listen to their thoughts and concerns. This approach to learned communication won't just create a more open, collaborative dynamic, but also sharpen your emotional intelligence skill. Next point is give and solicit feedback. Knowing how to deliver feedback effectively is vital when it comes to team leadership. Make it is a point of regularly give informal, constructive comments to your employees rather than waiting for annual review period, so you can build more robust working relationships with them. Treat informal evaluations as conversations and avoid defaulting to blanket statements like nice job. Your comments should be specific and actionable. Don't forget to ask for feedback too. Your team members' observations can help identify areas for growth that you can integrate into your leadership development plan. Next point is have a purpose. Harnessing the power of purpose is a high priority for many businesses, and for good reason. 80% of executives believes a sense of shared purpose drives employee satisfactions, and 81% think purpose driven firm deliver higher quality products and services. Imbue your team members with a sense of purpose by providing concrete examples of how their individual efforts further your organization's missions and tie into objectives that make a positive impact on society. Be authentic. Authenticity is an immensely valuable leadership trait. A study published in the Leadership and Organization Development Journal found that employees' perceptions of authentic leadership is the top predictor of job satisfaction and can improve work related attitude and happiness. Among authentic leadership or leaders, key characteristic is the ability to, to inspire faith in others, whether overseeing an organizational change, initiative, or leading a critical meeting. Be honest and transparent with your employees and leverage your company's purpose to boost their motivation and achieve alignment. Next point is pursue clear, attainable goals. Setting realistic goals is crucial to your personal and professional growth. It's also an important step in management processes such as strategy implementation. Research by Google shows that one of the hallmarks of a good manager is having a clear vision and strategy for their team. When setting your team's goals, establish well defined objectives to work toward. Then create a roadmap of smaller, actionable tasks that must be done to achieve them. By breaking the process down into a set of deliverable, you can help your employee feel more motivated and equipped to succeed. Next point is support professional development. Encouraging your employees to continue their education and bolster their skill can be a boon to your organization and drive workplace productivity. A report by LinkedIn found that 69% of talent development professionals leverage managers and leaders to promote learning initiatives, and 75% of employees would take a courage suggested by their managers. Now focus on your own development too. Talking a management training course can equip you with the know how and experience to take your career to the next level. So that's the end of the video, my friends. If you like my management blogs, please subscribe and share it. Thank you. Have a good day.